Hi, today I'd love to share with you the Introvert Coach's marketing journey, and I'd love to know which stage really resonates with you as I go through the different stages, and it'd be really interesting to hear where you're at. Now, if you're new to my world, my name is Susanna Reay and I am Europe's #1 introverts coach for scaling your business online, basically. I've been working in this space since 2005 and a lot has happened since then, but this marketing journey has kind of stayed the same. So let's take a look at this pyramid and the several steps ahead of us. So at the first stage of your marketing journey, you're likely to be focusing very much on yourself. And you're saying, what can I do? Who am I? Where, we've got to start somewhere, and yourself is a good place. But when you're coming into marketing, the feeling at this point can quite often be in a place of fear. And therefore your impact is quite often, it's scarce, you're not taking much action because you're very much being led by fear. However, as you get a little bit more experienced and established, you start to sort of focus a bit more on intuition in terms of this is the stage where I call spaghetti marketing, and it's likely to give you sporadic clients because at this stage there's quite a feeling of confusion, to be honest, from your prospects and your clients as to exactly what it is you are selling and, what can you do for them? Because they see one thing one week and then they don't hear of it ever again. And you go through like bursts of like, oh, I'm in flow, I'm going to send this out here. This is what like working on intuition looks like. But unfortunately, the impact here is pretty much indecision with your clients and disconnection. So what we want to do is move you and your clients to the next level, which is about introducing structure into your marketing. And this is at the point when you're going to have a productized service for a defined audience. And what I mean by productized service is even if you're coaching one-to-one, you have a package that people can buy. It outlines clearly the transformation, what they're buying into. It's not like, hey, you can just work with me for 3 sessions. It's actually leaning in and showing you understand and hear them. Or maybe you've got your first online course and you're wanting to market that. So at this point, the feeling is very much about clarity. You and your clients now understand what it is you do and what it is you're selling. Super important. People can't buy what they don't know exists. And this creates that credibility and momentum in your business. So this is a great stage to get at. And if you're not at this stage yet, then do reach out and talk to me. I've got various solutions open to you. But the stage beyond is when we move from structure and into processes. And this is where you start getting aligned and automated in everything you do. Automations are our friends as introverts. It is super important to automate as much as possible. And most businesses can easily automate 40% of tasks they're still doing manually, if only they knew how. Because once you put this in place, the processes, you start feeling confident, and we all want to feel confident. And your impact is growth and engagement in your products, and that is absolutely where you want to be going. Remember, this is your marketing journey, and we can only take these one step at a time. The next level of focus is when you really begin to focus on your audience. And this is when you're creating magnetic messages that really connect. So you start being an influence and you feel you're being influential. You're creating that impact you've always been striving for. Because maybe your business hasn't been about the sort of dollar, the euro, the pound figure on the bottom line, but it's how many people can I impact? And only when you get further along on your marketing journey do you start to feel this, when you start having this impact of attraction and transformations. And people go, yes, I want to follow them because they see me and they hear me. And it's your magnetic messages that really help you do this. And the last stage of mastery, when you know you've got your marketing all happening and under your wing, is when you're in flow. And flow is when you're streamlined and your feeling is one of conviction. You know what you're doing, you know why you're doing it, you know what to say, you know when to show up. You're actually leveraging all your activities and your energies, and now you've got real connection and influence. Now, where's this fit in to your business? Where are you at right now? Many people who I work with at the start are in these first 3 stages. They're somewhere in working on their self, their intuition, and maybe beginning to bring structure into place. Now, my new implementation program, the Business Booster, really helps you go this next stage all the way into flow, because I've got the templates, the frameworks, the scripts to help you create those magnetic messages, to help you bring the automations in, to work out exactly what to say in your newsletter, in your emails, on your socials. How do you reach out to really get to that place of conviction, have a strong message, and know exactly where you're going to go? If this sounds interesting to you, then do reach out. I'm always available on DM or email. I read everything. It's me who you contact with. And yeah, let's talk about it and let me know, like below this video, where are you on your marketing journey right now? And be honest, maybe I was talking to a client last week and they sort of kind of went, well, sometimes I feel at the top, but then I float right back down again. And that probably means you're missing that middle core essential of your structures and processes. Because if sometimes you're feeling in flow, but it's not all the time, it's time to reverse, rewind, and get back and get that structure and process in place so you can really elevate your business online. But remember, we do it the introvert way. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.